Making money is a simple math equation. My money equals my money. His money equals our money.
I really don't know which is worse nowadays, trying to date or apply to jobs.
This is what I'm doing in 2025 to meet my husband. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I would be 33 and still single.
2025 exposed many things. It shows that women are still rushing to settle down.
Ladies, we deserve better, and who's out there telling these men that we don't? The bar is in hell.
So is anyone else on the same page that obviously dating apps are just like not the thing for us?
Listen, I understand with social media, dating is horrible.
They just keep running into horrible men. And it's because they keep choosing them. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out where the high quality men are. Because Kevin Samuels told me the only thing I gotta do is look the best quality of myself. He said, mark my word, mark his word. But he said, if you want a high value man, you gotta look high value. So,
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you can't afford a woman's lifestyle, then date within your budget. Stop shaming women for wanting what you can't provide.
I don't know who needs to hear this. Oh wait, I do. It's you. Stop objectifying other women. Because women don't fall into a price range because they're not objects. Also, men are not shaming you. They are just exposing your delusional entitled mentality, which is all too often today.
According to men, one of the main reasons they don't approach women anymore is because women only wish to be approached by men they find attractive and go for the top 20% of men. I mean, the same way that men only, generally speaking, will wish to approach women they find attractive. Like, duh. That's human nature. It's been like that since the beginning of time and always will be. I don't see the issue. The only time I can understand the issue is if women are being cruel and not gracefully rejecting a guy in his advances that she's not interested in. Obviously, a decent woman should be kind and tactful when she politely rejects the man's advances. Other than that, I don't see the issue. Generally speaking, I would assume that most men, not all, will not think, let's go up to that girl, and that girl, ask for her number. Hey, don't find you particularly attractive, but can I get your number? Come on.
That's not true. Most men will date on their level, average height and looks. Not every man is out there chasing women with fabricated beauty. The issue is when these guys approach these women, they villainize them because they don't find them attractive. Women can chase the top 5 to 20% all they want, but they're all just competing with each other. And in a lot of cases, they end up single for a long time because they're chasing a fantasy. The reality is that while average men are more grounded and realistic, many women are locked into this cycle of overlooking them, waiting for a man who checks every single box. But those men, the high earners, tall, fit, charismatic types, have an endless line of options. So instead of choosing one woman and settling down, they rotate, entertain, and keep their options open. Meanwhile, the women who keep pursuing them find themselves wasting their best years chasing someone who was never going to commit.
I really don't know which is worse nowadays, trying to date or apply to jobs. I kind of think they're equally as terrifying. I mean, you need a job, you don't need a man, so you kind of can't stop job hunting and interviewing. But as far as dating goes, the bar is below sea level, I swear. The dating pool is not a pool. No, it's a puddle. And there are bugs in it. There's mud. It's disgusting. There are worms. And you just look at it and you're like, I don't want to step in that puddle. I'm going to keep my foot dry.
The men that think women only want money from them are so delusional. We want so much more than just money from you. And if your woman is asking for money as your main way of providing for her, you're so lucky, because once she starts making her own money and that is no longer one of her requirements from you, you're going to have to bring a lot more to the table than that. Think about all the other ways that you're going to have to invest into her and impress her if it's not just finances. So you're getting off really easy by just providing money.
Are you stupid?
Diabolical things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it. Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in like corporate. What is your 100K salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is like what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not sitting in economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really going to help. And number 5, he's got to have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
You need help. Completely delusional. Her new man has got to be above 6'2", and her last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". What happened with them? Clearly, height alone didn't keep the relationship together, but now she's adding on even more requirements. Not only does he need to be tall, he also has to have multiple streams of income just for her to consider dating him. You see where this is going? It's nothing new. Women have always had high standards, but now they're getting more comfortable expressing their delusion out loud, as if it's normal. The problem is, they're stacking unrealistic demands on top of each other. First it's looks, then height, then money, then lifestyle, then social status. At this point, it's not about finding love, it's about building a perfect man checklist that doesn't even exist in reality. All this sounds like things he's supposed to be doing: paying for her lifestyle, funding her dreams, making sure she's comfortable, while she's just there doing nothing, leeching off his back.
Women wanted to make the same amount of money as men. Now women are disgusted that men make equal money to them because they want the millionaire guy with a lot of options. The millionaire guy with a lot of options doesn't want you. He doesn't want anybody. And so it's like, we should maybe date the good men who make around the same as us, or maybe even sometimes a little less than us, if you know that they're going to provide for you emotionally, financially, like spiritually, and be good men for your family, instead of chasing after the people like Sprinkle Sprinkle says to do. You're missing out on really good men who are all around you because you want to date a millionaire. Just saying.
I get comments all the time from men who think that women's standards are too high and that we only want to date men who have a six-pack, have 6 figures, and who are 6 feet tall or higher. And that is so not true. Put down the podcast and touch grass, my dude. Because if you go outside and you look around, you will see many beautiful women with men who do not fit that criteria. I genuinely don't know where men get this idea. Like, maybe you're consuming Sprinkle Sprinkle content. Maybe you have brainworms from, watching Andrew Tate. I don't know. But in real life, the bar for men is pretty low. We don't necessarily need a man who's tall, extremely good looking, or extremely wealthy. We want men who are going to care about us as humans. We want men who are going to be curious about us and our lives, who are going to ask us questions, who are going to want to connect with us on an emotional level. Like, I don't know, display some genuine curiosity, treat a woman well, wash your beehole in the shower. Like, it's really pretty simple.
Obviously, not all women want a man who's 6 feet tall and making 6 figures. But let's be real, it's the common theme nowadays. Scroll through social media, dating apps, or just listen to conversations, and you'll hear the same checklist over and over again. There's an overwhelming number of women chasing men with money, status, and height, while ignoring the men who would actually treat them well. This woman said that women are looking for men who care about them, who are curious about them, and who treat them well. But here's the contradiction. Those are the exact men they're not choosing when they step outside. They overlook the genuine, hard-working guys who would give them loyalty and peace. And instead, they chase a ready-made man. Tall, rich, put together, with everything already in place. And this isn't just a dating issue. It even creeps into marriages. A man can be providing, faithful, supportive, and the marriage could look perfect from the outside, but she'll still say it's not enough. Because in her mind, there's always some imaginary man out there who's richer, taller, or more exciting.
So is anyone else on the same page that obviously dating apps are just not the thing for us? But also going out in real life and trying to find someone is also challenging and difficult. And so what's What are we doing? What are we doing? For me, I decided to tag my friends in because I believe like attracts like. I think my friends are fantastic and amazing. And I've never actually asked them to set me up. I've never actually asked them for support in dating. So here we go. Let's see. Let's see what 2025 brings with everyone in my friend group, and maybe even on here. I don't know. Helping me look for my guy. Here's to 2025.
Y'all, is our generation okay? I keep seeing so many videos about dating and how men basically ain't pursuing women, leading women, just yearning for women. Now that I'm back dating and I'm single again, like, it's really, really ghetto out here. No, like, for real, sis, I'm scared. Why do I have to tell you how to pursue me? Why do I have to tell you to buy me flowers? Why do I have to tell you to take me out on a date? Why am I telling you this stuff? Isn't that... I thought that's how dating works. And what's worse, we live in a generation where men think that they're the prize. They're just like, I'm the prize, I'm the prize, I'm the prize. It's like, no. And it's like, the girls I be seeing talking about this be like young, beautiful girls. I'm 30, and I know that they're dealing probably with some YNs, right? But these 30-year-old men, they be acting just like a YN. I really thought it was me. Like, I thought, like, I haven't been in the dating game in a while. Like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Is it me? But no, it's not me. It's not me. It's you. It's y'all. It's you. It's you. Like, bro. It's you.
You never hear men walking around yelling, "I'm the prize." The reason so many women are now saying men are the prize is because men have stopped wasting their time chasing them. Men aren't validating them. Men aren't feeding their egos. And without that constant attention, these women scream louder just to convince themselves they're valuable. The irony is, these same women keep complaining about the very same type of men, the ones who won't commit, who don't make an effort, and who only use them for fun. You'd think that after being burned so many times, they'd finally change their type. But instead, they double down, repeating the same cycle while expecting a different outcome, as if one day it'll magically work out. That's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over while hoping the results will somehow change.
Nobody asked, but here is my take on dating in 2025. And I think this is the truth most people won't say. A lot of women are stuck in their masculine energy, grind mode, hyper independence, control, and then they wonder why they can't find a masculine man who leads. But the reality is, you can't ask for masculine leadership while you're competing for it. Polarity in relationship is so important. If you bring dominant energy to the table, most masculine men aren't going to feel needed. They're going to feel replaced. Those energies, masculine and feminine, are like magnets. So they attract when they're different, not when they're the same. So it's not about dimming your light. It's about shifting your energy so that you're making sure you're not repelling the thing you say you want.
Hear me out. When you make money as a girl, you technically make double, and it's a literal life hack cheat. Making money is a simple math equation. My money equals my money. His money equals our money. If you're like, oh my gosh, that's so unfair. You don't have to be my husband. My husband's gonna want to pay for all of my things because money's an energy exchange and you deserve it. Then it's like, okay, if we're operating from that math equation, then that means that my money's just the play money. Because I'm not spending money on things that I don't want to spend money on. So I'm spending money on things that I want to spend money on. So every single dollar that I earn has twice as much purchasing power. Are you guys following me here? That's why when you make money as a girl and when you make your own money, it's a literal superpower and it's freedom. Because not only does your dollar go farther in the market, but you also have the power to leave a situation if you want to leave a situation. Like, you will never depend on a man. Like, you'll be with him because you love him and because you want to be with him. You won't be with him because you'll be like, oh my gosh, well, if I leave, like, I don't know how I'll pay for things and blah, blah, blah. Like, no. You can always leave if you want to leave because you have your own money. And in a perfect world where you have a loving man who's also, like, providing for you and all the things, every dollar you make you have full control over, and it has more purchasing power. So we'll test this theory out. I feel like some people are going to be mad, but I really don't care because it's a very valid opinion.
Any man out here should avoid these types of women. They're selfish, they only see what benefits them, and they do not reciprocate. A woman who says, "My money is my money, and your money is our money," is already telling you everything you need to know. She doesn't see you as a partner, she sees you as a provider. That mindset is dangerous because it creates a one-sided relationship. She wants to reap the benefits of your hard work, your sacrifices, and your resources, while holding on tightly to hers. That's not love, that's not teamwork, that's exploitation. And when you strip away the pretty words and fake affection, what's left is a woman who's looking to live off you while contributing the bare minimum. Real relationships are about reciprocity. If she isn't willing to share, invest, or build with you, she's not there for you. She's there for what you can do for her. And too many men learn this the hard way after years of pouring everything into a woman who was never going to give anything back.
Just remember that broke women want men to take care of them because they can't take care of themselves. Remember that newly found religious women have just finished their hoe phase and now they want to settle down and use their manipulation through religion to control you. Insecure women want men that they can control, manipulate, and use. Broke women are always the loudest about men that can't provide because they cannot provide for themselves. Women who want nothing in a relationship lack ambition, which means she will likely kill every single one of your dreams or ideas that you've ever had. Remember that women that want control, if you have children with them, will also control you through your children. A wounded woman is a woman looking for a father figure because she grew up either with a shitty dad or fatherless. A woman who never respects you will always cheat on you, and there is no exception to this rule. Women that believe that men cannot bring peace, it's because they cannot bring peace themselves, so it actually makes them anxiety driven and insecure about their abilities to bring you peace, so she'll likely bring you chaos. A woman who thinks she's more attractive than you will always belittle you because she thinks that she's below you and you'll never be treated as equals. A woman who claims that she's in her healing girl era and is bragging about it on the internet or to her friends and family, just remember that it's all for show because a true person that's healing doesn't need to brag about it. If she lies about small things, she will always lie about bigger things. She's comfortable with bashing her friends to you, then she's going to be comfortable bashing you to all of her friends and family. A woman who plays the field is not only a hoe, but is also deeply insecure and uses it to feel wanted and needed, and she's likely using you just to feel wanted and needed. A woman who gets mad that men sexualize her, but she sexualizes herself is the same woman that has rules for thee, but not for me mentality. A woman who is screaming at the top of her lungs that men are not the prize, that men are beneath them, that men ain't shit, is the same woman that doesn't understand what a good man is because she's never had a good man in the first place. The type of woman that you need is someone that is submissive, that will listen to your leadership, who wants to grow with you, who wants to build with you, who believes in partnership and loyalty, who will do anything for you, and doesn't disrespect you in the process. Okay, bye.
The bottom line is this. There are many sides to a woman that you need to understand, especially as a man. You can't just take everything at face value. You need to choose wisely. A lot of men get caught slipping because they ignore the red flags early on, thinking love will change her. This wave of newly found religious women is, in many cases, nothing more than rebranded behavior. A lot of them are just reformed 304s who are done playing in the streets because time has caught up with them. But the streets don't just leave that easy. In a lot of cases, the streets are still in them. They've just learned to cover it up with religion. They put on modest clothing, start quoting scripture, and suddenly brand themselves as changed. At the end of the day, not every woman who waves the religious flag is genuine. Some are sincere, but many are simply trying to rewrite their story after years of bad decisions.